Promoting regional integration has been a priority of the African Development Bank since 1963. It's specifically mentioned in the agreement establishing the AfDB. In recent years, the bank has strengthened its support to projects and initiatives fostering regional integration in Africa. The Independent Development Evaluation Department of the AfDB contributes to the bank's work in this area by assessing its policies, strategies, and operations. Between 2012 and 2018, IDEV undertook 4 evaluations in this area: an evaluation of the bank's multinational operations, an evaluation of the quality at entry of country and regional integration strategies, and 2 evaluations of regional integration in Eastern Africa and Central Africa, respectively. These evaluations offer an opportunity for the bank to learn from past experience. We can draw 4 main lessons. The first lesson is on policy relevance and adequacy. The bank has developed an increasingly coherent strategic and operational framework to guide its interventions supporting regional integration. The framework has been particularly useful in strengthening the bank's strategic vision. Our evaluations find that the bank could focus more strongly on financing regional infrastructure and on building the capacity of regional economic communities. Also, more efforts are needed to involve non-state actors such as the private sector and civil society in the bank's regional integration work. Secondly, on the performance of operations supporting regional integration. The evaluations find that the performance of the bank's infrastructure operations tends to be satisfactory, while the performance of capacity building interventions shows room for improvement. They also conclude that it is possible to assess projects' outputs, such as kilometers of road constructed or number of megawatts of electricity produced, but there is often a lack of documentation and data that measures projects' outcomes, such as the volume of interregional trade or access to electricity and telecommunications networks. The third lesson is on capacity building and ownership. The bank mainly supports regional integration through regional economic communities, or RECs. However, African RECs are challenged by structural weaknesses that undermine their capacity to effectively foster regional integration. They also face financial sustainability issues. Therefore, our evaluations recommend that the bank helps RECs to establish specialized project implementation units staffed with experienced personnel to manage project implementation, and monitoring and evaluation units to continuously monitor progress and to collect data on regional project outcomes. Finally, on policy dialogue and coordination, our evaluations find that the contribution of bank operations is more likely to be sustainable if governments adopt accompanying measures and policy reforms at the country level. In addition, the bank should undertake high-level dialogue and advocacy programs to champion and strengthen regional integration. The bank can draw on its rich history of supporting regional integration and on independent evaluations for lessons about what has worked, what has not, and why, to inform its future interventions. Addressing the identified issues and challenges will be key for the successful implementation of the bank's regional integration strategy.